There are actually lots of ways of making Solaris United standing in the Fortuna update. There is probably the best one, and the reason that I'm going to start here is simply because if you go to the Bounties, unlike the Plains of Eidolon and the Cetus Bounties, these are replayable. You can do this mission over and over again and you will get the bounty every time. I really hope this is something that they don't get rid of, because it was something that it was kind of annoying when Cetus first came out. You did it and you got the standing for it once and then you couldn't do it again. Well, you could do it again and get the rewards, you wouldn't get the standing. This is of course when it first came out. When Fortuna's launched, they have the option to be able to play them again and again, and 4,420 for this one. It can be anything between 4,000 and 5,000, and then if you can get the added bonus, silly things like capture crates without them taking any, or kill so many people without the drone taking damage, and there's lots of different bonuses in there. If you can get the bonuses as well, you can come out with 5,000 to 6,000 per bounty, and if you're just sitting there repeating it all the time, find a decent squad, this is good. But it's also pretty handy to run the third one, because those medical debt bonds are a pain to get, because these are things that are needed to level up your standing. When you go to the next title, as you can see, I have 10, an actual 10. I think actually that's a lie, it may be 11. Those things are a pain to get a hold of, so rerunning that third bounty can also help get a lot of standing. There are silly things like providing kit guns that you have used for 1,290 standing, depending on the parts that are used, but these actually, they've got the same for each, even though they've got different parts to them. You can of course do the same thing with Moas. You go to provide and you can actually provide them, but these are pretty worthless. 860 standing, you're best off just running that first bounty over and over again. And I still am not sure which part that made it this, but somehow ended up with a pretty decent Moa there, which I'm still leveling, so I won't be trading either of these either. Then there is fishing, and well, unlike the Plains of Eidolon update, if you go to provide servo fish, I have a few. If I hit select all, yeah, 5,605 of my daily total, which I haven't touched for the purpose of making this video, and we're not talking about a small amount of fish. As you can see, some of these I only have one of because I traded or dismantled the other ones for parts, which I will get to in a second. But trading these, really, if you must, then yes, it is a way of getting standing, but again, 5,605 standing. Fishing is not the most efficient way this time around. Now, how do I deselect these so I don't accidentally trade them? Because I've done that twice already. Not in Fortuna, I did that in the Plains. One of the best ways seems to be, outside of the bounties, actually mining, because trade gems for standing and these things, even though I can honestly say I haven't gone out and purposely done a lot of it, you can see they're actually worth quite a bit. The ones that I don't have here at the end are worth 1,000 each, and for 118 gems, that's over half of my actual total standing for the day I can get from a handful of gems. Again, not that many. I have 6 of the amethyst and Amarast, sorry, I just saw it's purple and my brain went to amethyst. Don't have any of the last 2, but one of the main, I'm not going to call this an exploit, one of the main things that a lot of people have been using that are called, let's just say, that veterans have been doing, is coming to this guy and purchasing debt bonds. Sadly, a lot of these can use actually made alloys and gems. You have to craft them into the better gems, and this does seem some of the better ways of getting the more advanced debt bonds. This is where I got the medical ones from. I was missing 2 and I needed some more, so I had to come to him, and luckily he had some. You can trade these for standing, and these, yeah, as you can probably tell, I have a bit too many. It'll take 135 of the shelter debt bonds to, if you're mastery level 26, max you out. If you're lower than that, then obviously this goes down 200 at a time. The purple gemstone that I nearly called amethyst is worth exactly the same, and then the Zodian is worth twice as much, and the Theist is worth the same as the Zodian. So these two gems, if you can find them, definitely seem to be the way to go if you want to go this way, but in all honesty, probably the best way to actually level this up is just simply do the bounties, especially with them being replayable. You can just do the third one over and over again. It goes 3 bounties in there, 3 bounties in there, 4 in this one, and I believe these two have 5 bounties in each, and each one can come with a bonus to it, so you can come out of this with, for this particular one, probably about close to 5,000, maybe a little bit over. Yep, a little bit over, because there's 5 bounties. Let's say, for argument's sake, about 3,000 bonus per bounty. That'll take it over 5,000, so worth replaying these if you're in a hurry to do it. I keep finding the third one, which is what I'm probably going to do now. I don't know. These are definitely the way to go, though. But of course, if you don't have the time to do the bounties, then trading the mining things is definitely the way to go here. But anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.